Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DC Online. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am, of course, Trex, and we'll be taking a look at Game Update 47 that's still on the test server, and will be coming out on the live servers tomorrow. It's going to have a pretty long downtime because this is a really big drastic change on the coding-wise for the game, because they're having to change marks, they're having to change the mainframes, they're having to change NPC levels. It's just going to be a crazy day. So, as always with any patch day, expect some problems. Once the live servers come back up after this game update gets loaded onto the live servers, expect some issues. Don't expect everything to go smooth. That would be stupid to think otherwise, because you're going to have problems. That's the way how it goes. Something could just upload wrong and nothing you can really do about it. So, tonight, if you guys have any questions about Game Update 47, bring them up into the chat, and I am here to answer them. And, just to quickly go over what's coming in Game Update 47. I'm not going to hit everything, but I'm going to hit the main parts while I'm looking at the patch notes. So, normally I would try to do this like in a green screen setting. It's like, hey, welcome to Game Update 47 news. Here's what you're going to have. I was going to do that tonight, but I didn't write any notes down today. And I got the final notes earlier tonight when everyone else did. So, yeah, some coordination with myself and Meps, if possible, I'll try and do next time. But we're going to be answering some quick questions. So if you guys have any questions about Game Update 47 or any concerns, please bring them up in chat, and I will try my best to answer them to the best of my ability. So, let's jump right into the game. As soon as it wants to click over. Click over. There we go. Here we are. Yay. I'm not going to have any spill issues, I promise. So, we will have some, oh, yes, Sterling, I did shave. I had a wedding to go to last weekend. Not this past weekend, but like 2 weeks ago. I had a wedding, and I had to shave the beard. But, as you can see, she is growing back, kind of. But I also need to get a haircut as well. It's kind of like a little too big. A little too long. Nope. No. Yeah. Alright, so first things first, I'm looking at the patch notes, and let's take a look at the iconic style vendor that I am not at. So, I guess, yeah, I'll start. I'm going to do it right. I'll do it right. Let's go take a look at the iconic style vendor. And in between, while we're going through these places, during the traveling, I'll answer questions during travel. So, the aquacultural is this way. Yeah, we'll go through the meta wing. Alright, chat, so who is excited for Game Update 47, huh? Big changes coming. If I don't run into walls. Alright. Passed it. So, everyone remembers Vending Unit 22. Vending Unit 22 is the rare style vendor, where it has all those great rare styles like the Hive Defenders, the Sector Agent, the Incendiaries, Shut Up Robot. You even got the Vestments of Rage gear that is still here, that will never go away apparently. The Amazon gear as well. So this is all stuff that you already know. Vending Unit 00, Vending Unit 00, whoever has a Gundam fetish. Thank you. This vendor is going to have the Tier 1 through Tier 5 styles on this vendor for 10 marks of victory each. Okay, I mean, you got your Speed Force from your Tier 1s, you got your Tier 2s right here, and your Tier 2.5 with the Central City gear. Now, do note that with certain tiers here, you will have to have that episode. Now I fixed myself. You will have to have that episode in order to get it. Like with the high voltage stuff here, you will need to have Lightning Strikes, the episode of Lightning Strikes. And then for the Tier 3 stuff, the Tier 3 content, which is that Kryptonian gear, the Tier 3 is going to be you'll have your DPS set, which would be the Sunstone, what is it called? The Sunstone's Edge. And then you'll have, pertaining to your role, whether if you can go into a tank, controller, or healer, you'll have that Sunstone gear for it. All right, so I'm on my tank, and as you see, I only am able to get the tank gear. All right, I'm only get the tank styles. So as a tank, I can't get the Medico, and I can't get that awesome controller chest. All right, I won't be able to get those. I can only get what my role pertains to. And then the tier 4 stuff, and then your tier 5, the prideful stuff from Sons of Trigon. All right, so that's the vending unit 00. Now, I did have a question from Willpower on Twitter, and thank you, Will, for that. For the question, and you wanted me to take a look at it, and hopefully you are watching the stream or got the update. I'm so sorry I started late, by the way. Let's go take a look at a tier 1 vendor. So the tier 1 through I'm sorry, not tier 1. Tier 1 is actually going to stay the same. It's still going to stay that low number. Yeah, see, you get. Thanks, Steel. You still got your 39s. 39 for the chest and legs, 36, 33, 29, 19, 13, blah, 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 blah. Alright, and then the 45s. Those, tier 1 and tier 2, from what I was told, is staying the same. It's just really flopping over to Marks of Victory. So, those prices stay the same. Let's go over here in tier 2. So, these are still relatively pretty low. So, those are it. So, let's see. Let's go to a tier 3. Let's go to Meta Wing. We gotta go back to Meta. I don't know why I didn't stay there. Let's see. Wait, is there going to be any more Mark's Triumph? No, just like Ramo said. And I should not try and read while I'm flying at the same time. That's just bad business. Yes, Triumphs and Fury are going away, and Marks of Victory is going to be the default. It's going to be the default. Did I go? Yes, I'm here. Yep, Sparrow, that's exactly where I'm going for. Oh! Oh, Sparrow, you are right. We didn't have... Actually, I will check the rare style vendor and see if that's in there. Because you're right, the Aquaman gear and Black Manta is not in there. So let's actually take a look. So, the Sea King's Aggressor, which is the Aquaman gear, the 60 chest, pretty much 60 legs, 55 head, 50 shoulders. All right, so that's the Aquaman. Let's see. Let's go here. 55, 50, 60, 40. So the tier 3 and the Aquaman seem to be in harmony there. We'll go over to the Magic Wing. And as we go to the Magic Wing, I actually am going back to the aquaculture area. Because you are right. The Aquaman stuff was not in there. So let's go find out. Let me check the rare. I'll check the rare style vendor first. There's Nordic, Amazon, Imperial, Traces in Time, Time Traveler, Psycho, Oolong, Mayan, Brainiac, Sharpshooter, Digital Invaders, Sector 361, Ancient, Furious. Okay. Well, the Furious stuff is in there. Okay, so that's that. Let me check vending unit number 00 again. Sunstone's Edge, Strength of the Ram. Oh, looky there. You are right. Thank you, Sparrow. That's not in here. Let me go and get that name. Let me head back over to the Meta Wing. Wow, I'm really shocked that nobody saw that. Thank you, Sparrow, very much. See, as testers, we miss things. So I will need to write this down. Yeah, the Sea Kings. Thank you very much. All right, Sea King. Sea King, Black Manta, whatever the hell that's called. Manta missing from Defendant Unit 22. 00. Thank you. All right, I got that down. Look at it here. See if any questions. The CC Hood, Rare Styles vendor. I don't think the CC Hood is ever going to be on there. I'm not really... Oh, you mean like Central City Hood? Is that what you mean? Or you mean like Captain Cold Hood? Because I don't think Captain Cold is going to be on there. So what does that mean even if Tier 1 is going to be given marks of fury or victory? Everything in the game that gives marks is going to be given marks of victory. That is going to be the new base. That's the default mark now. Everything is going to be mark of victory. Tier 1 and Tier 2, the pricing did not change. The pricing for those did not change. Okay? But Tier 3 and up is going to be the default that you see now in Tier 6. It's going to be 60 for the chest, 60 for the legs, 55 for the head, 50 for the shoulders. It's going to be those costs down from Tier 3 on. Tier 3 going forward, it's going to cost that same exact amount. But Tier 1 and Tier 2 will still have that same low cost that we see already in-game. But Marks of Victory is flat out the new mark. Okay. I cannot wait to get on to talk to the testers about that. Okay. So, let's go do a little bit of... So, we're going to take a look at the combat changes now. Okay, the combat responsiveness. I'm reading right here. And I guess I could... Yeah, alright. We'll do it that way. I don't have anything above my head, so I don't care. We'll do this. Just so you guys can see it. Boom. Right above... Okay, we're going to make me actually go forward. Nope, we're fine. I'm not getting cut off. That's stupid. There. Okay. Right above me, right up here, you'll see the patch notes as I read them. Alright, I'll try to censor them as much as possible. So... no, Barley, the DLC does not come out tomorrow. I don't have a date for the DLC just yet. At least one hasn't been told to me yet. Alright, so the combat responsiveness, and you can read along as well if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. So the vulnerability icon better reflects the counter windows, and it should be less likely that you are countered when the vulnerability icon is not present. The ability to counter and stun is more responsive. Stun, knockdown, knockback, pushback, knock toward, pull toward, levitate, juggle, all now occur sooner on your client when they affect you or another player. This means that when the server knows you're in these states, now the client reflects this sooner. So a little bit more responsiveness that is well needed. Thank you, DevDirt. And so we'll just go into a little bit of combat stuff. We'll go into Sparks of Parallax. Not too much. We'll go into it a little bit. All right. We won't go too balls to walls on it, but we'll take a look. Why does the solo clue take so long? This is killing me. Every day. Any other changes? Loot changes and why you the only one in the HQ? Barley, I am on the test server, and the test server does not have a strong population because people only come on here to test out like that first week of testing. You'll see like the test server blow up with people. Then it starts trickling down because people get bored or they just don't want to test anymore. It's super weird. But test server wise, you're a ghost town. But it's also great for recording things though. Great for it. Alright, so, yeah, okay, I'm in DPS, good. Alright, so we're taking a look at the combat, and look at those combat windows. You see the icons above my head, blah, blah, blah. How much damage I'm doing, yay. You really won't see this until you get to, like, a boss fight, like, especially Metallo. Metallo will just start wrecking me. But the loot changes are actually in, are coming. I have to play it like an actual Halls of Power Part 2 stuff. Because that's the only place where the changes are. Oh, there's more. Oh, he didn't die. That's a shame. The loot changes are... That's a good question. I didn't actually take a look. Scrolling through. That's a pass, new currency, pricing, mainframe, utility bells, rewards. Yes. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, I'll go back up here. I believe it is. I'm not really 100% on that. I believe, as far as I know of, the new loot changes are going to be in Game Update 47, but I don't think they really work until Halls of Power Part 2. I don't think it's available to pass content yet. We'll do Metallo so you guys can see the responsiveness. Well, just let me get Metallo then. This is the only fight I'm really wanting to do. So between... When you're looking at the icons on my head, they don't overlap anymore. Which is a thankful thing. Which I think a lot of people who do PvP are going to notice highly. Ow. I'm actually really happy on how fast I'm beating him. Ooh. It hurts. Now, the new loot system will be coming out with the changes. We'll be going to pass content, but they're just not there just yet. So, okay. Another thing, the next thing I want to look at is here. Is the combat parser, okay? The combat parser is what you see here on the screen. Okay? It's my damage tab that I have. It shows how much damage I'm doing. It also shows how much healing, because I can heal myself. That's how it works. I think there's actually more. And you can set these in 1 second, 10 second, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and after combat intervals. So that means that you could do it every second, the information will start popping up, or every 10 seconds, every 30, or every 60. Or even after combat. Once you leave combat, then the information will show. So I think it's gonna help folks who want to do the theory crafting and who look at those numbers. It's gonna help you guys a lot. And to get that, you go into your settings. Let's see. I think it's actually it's simply in... Okay. Yeah, it's just in your chat. In your chat options. See, I have it for damage here. And you can scroll down and you'll see damage summary, healing summary, and power summary. Alright, you also get your combat in, healing out, power in, supercharge in and out. So your summaries here are your combat parsers. All right, that will show. Looking at your numbers here, basically how much damage that was. I did 3,765 damage a second. All right, and I did 20 hits. There was 14,000 max damage that I ever did, and I crit 3 targets. So yay me. And that's basically what you want to look at is your per second, because it's damage per second. I was doing 3,700 damage per second. So, will this bring out the elitism in most players? Maybe. The community's weird, and those elite players can be elitists. This is supposed to help people, not hurt. Remember that, elitists. Let's see. Oh, haha. That's true. I did not mean to do that. There. Sorry. I forgot. I had my box there, so you guys actually didn't see that. So, but yeah, there's your damage. This is what the damage all looks like. If I can squish my head, it's right there. Yeah, see? Oh, sorry, use this hand. 3765 right there. That's how much damage I was doing per second. Per second. All right, then you got the max all the way over there that cuts me off on screen because, oh, look, I lost my hand. And then I was like critting 3 targets right there. It's weird. It's like a mirror right now I'm trying to do. But this is what the damage parser is. And you just use that going into your chat settings. Okay? What's next in here? The NPC difficulty. Alright. Let's exit this place and let's go discuss this a bit. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that, Sparrow. Thanks, Prime. Thank you so much, bro. Love you too, bro. Jerk. Okay, so the NPC difficulty scaling. This is how it's going to go. They've corrected this a bit, where level 100 stats were like over 600 times greater than level 1 stats. This also led to the flat statting that's going on in a little bit. So this is what's going on with it. And I'm reading it verbatim, that you can see on screen. Now when fighting against non-player enemies with a combat rating higher than your equipped combat rating, which I'll go into. Yes, I have to repair it. Leave me alone. So as you see, my combat rating is 114, and my equipped is 113, okay? You will inflict less damage and take more damage. So meaning that if the enemy player has a higher combat rating than 113, I'm going to inflict less damage and I'm going to be taking more in. Now, when my equipped is higher than the enemy NPC, I'm going to do more damage and I'm going to take less. They word it like this, but basically it's what you expect in a video game. I have higher stats. I should be taking less damage and doing more damage. No duh. That's basically what this is. They just worded it so everyone can understand it, but when you read it, you feel like you're getting cheated somehow. But that's not the case. It's basic game knowledge. So the greater the difference in combat rating, the more experience, the more you experience these effects. Okay. So that brings us into the stat flattening. So the stats got pretty much increased. The stats in general for both players and NPCs have been increased and brought closer to the stats of top-end NPCs and players. When your combat rating is higher, you inflict more, blah, 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 blah. So, low-level bosses in the match toughness, when the health values of lower-level bosses and match-rank NPCs have been increased, so they are consistent with toughness in the higher levels. Your weapon combo damage is one thing here too as well. The damage for non-basic combat weapons, meaning that like your holds right there, these holds with the weapon combo damage has been increased and brought a little closer to the damage caused by the advanced mechanics and weapon mastery. But both of those still remain as a superior damage option. All right, they just increased the range attacks there. Okay, they just increased them. Okay, there's this vitalization reduction here, but it's basically the vitalization got increased. Trick Shot, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. The power ability cost here scales as you earn Barrett gear. This is decreased in general. This means it costs less to use powers than before. Healers won't notice a difference because they've already had this since game updates ago. But non-healers will notice a slightly larger effective power pool, which I have. I really have. And then the bonus vitalization. All gear is allotted an amount of free vitalization that scales directly with an ability power cost to keep the power regen, and the power consumption at the same over time. The amount of free vitalization has been reduced. King SMG, thank you so much for the follow. Has been reduced in direct relationship with the ability power reduction. So the rate of power recovery versus power consumption is unchanged, and so you should feel no difference aside from having a potentially larger power pool. So we basically have bigger power pool with this stuff. Yay! Yay! So, and we've increased the value of all but the bottom row of non% base traits stats earned when purchasing boxes in the weapon skill tree. So let's take a look. And I'm going to go to Iconics because I'm an Iconic. So, I mean, it's still 10% and 3. We've increased the value of all but the bottom row of non% traits. Okay, it's actually... Well, those are all percentage. This is where it is. 40 dominance, 75 and 125. Plus 200. If someone's on live server, if I can get the permanently gain for the powerful resistance, so I make sure I'm looking at it right. So I want to make sure, because this has been increased to, like, this is now 200, 200, 200. I think it was 100 before. I can't remember. Someone can take a look at me. Can take a look at that for me. Looking here. Hey, Trek. I'm sorry. Hey, Ben. How's it going, buddy? I'm on PC right now. I am on PC, and the DLC, we don't have a release date on the DLC yet. I'm not sure when it's coming out. And plus 5% to perception, which honestly, perception, really, that's definitely a PvP thing, because that's when stealth is used. Stealth isn't really used in PvE. At least I haven't seen it. Alright, so it has increased. It's for Sparrow, it's for the iconic powers that are not percentage. And let's go take a look at the weapon skills. We'll just go into hand blasters. Plus 10 precision. Whoa, damn, this is increased. 24 health. I think the 5 restoration probably didn't change. And there's still 2 restorations here. MEPs, still 2. Alright, so 24 health. I mean, I know that was 15. I know that. Let's look at more. 15 might, 8 vitalization, 5 restoration, 10 precision. Let's see. That's a percentage thing. Plus 8. Plus 7, 10, and 14. I feel those didn't change. I can't remember. Plus 40 per okay. I like that. I like that a lot if I was an ice tank. Plus 5 restoration, 24 health. Oh, God, I love that 24 health. Oh, man, I love that. Plus 50 defense, 100 toughness. Thank you, Moby. Thank you, Moby D. Yes, so the plus stats, the stats that are not percentage in the iconic powers and the weapon trees definitely got a boost. Definitely got a boost. Plus 9 dominance. Nice. Very nice. 24 health. Holy crap. My rage tank is going to be huge. That's what she said. Yeah, I like this. But and then this stuff this stuff didn't change as far as I know. Because if I look to the stats here, except for the bottom row of non% base traits. If these did get increased, great. If not, I'm okay with it. Barley, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome aboard. So the weapon trees and the iconics that are not percentage based, they got an increase in stats. No wonder my rage tank has so much health. Well, this is DPS actually, so whatever. I digress. Just looking over this stuff here, Legends health and the damage caused by trade powers has been increased by 50%. Thank you so much. It's to offset the increase of the weapon damage combo. Mods and combat rating. So, my favorite part in this update. Mods will no longer contribute to the combat rating. No longer. No longer. So, the combat rating is now equal to 115% of the gear's weighted item level. So, because we always wanted to know, and this helped out Odyssey with their combat rating calculator. Awesome. And I thank them so much for doing all that math, because I don't want to do it. So, what you see here is how everything is calculated. So, we see that the chest and the legs and the weapon, that contributes 12% each to your combat rating. All right, that is measured. I'm really happy with it. The rings are like 6% each. Trinkets like a 6. I like it. Wait, hold on. I love it. It's great stuff. And then the weapon mastery or the weaponization rating now scales with your maximum combat rating and now increases it in effectiveness as you do. Super strength now increases your weaponization rating by 10%. So if you're on the US PlayStation and you see a bunch of buses flying in Metropolis, Super Patriot is nearby, and I cannot stop him. I need villains to stop him. Radium, Decon, I'm looking at you guys. Stop Super Patriot. He's a menace. Okay, the low-level NPC combat and difficulty pass. So a lot of the NPC combat has been improved in the lower-level instances. They conducted to correct cases of abilities or content that were unintentionally more lethal than necessary. And many NPC attacks have been given proper names instead of like just generic names in the combat rating, in the combat log. So I kind of like that. And you can check out this entire list, but it's not apparently this is the following highlights, not an exhaustive list of changes. So these are some of the changes that you can see. I'm not going to go through them because, oh my god, I don't have that kind of time. Whew, so much. Next, the universal currency now. Let's see. Going to the currency. Yes, Killa Clyde. The update is coming out tomorrow. If you have any questions, chat, by the way, if you have any questions about this game update, post it in chat and I will definitely look at it and get it answered for you. I'm here to answer your questions before Game Update 47 comes out tomorrow. And this video will also be on YouTube, hopefully tomorrow, because I'll get a lot of editing done. And you can ask questions in the comments, and I'll try and answer them before the game update goes live. So, the Marks of Triumph and Fury are going to be replaced by Marks of Victory. Alright, that is going to be the new standard of currency. The currency conversion will take place automatically. No action will be necessary. The Marks of Fury will automatically be converted to Marks of Victory at a 1-to-1 ratio. Meaning that if I have 62 Marks of Fury, it's going to be changed to 62 Marks of Victory. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Done. Natured, we'll get into that in just a moment because that's actually coming up next. Sure thing. Chat is linked because my linker is apparently not here. So, the Marks of Triumph will be automatically converted to Victory at a ratio based off your combat rating. Alright, so the combat rating that you see here. So if you are CR 0 to 42, meaning you are very fresh level 30, you got all those Marks of Triumph from your questing, and then boom, here comes Game Update 47. It's going to be a 1 for 1. So if you come out with, I want to say, as just a random number, if you come out with 30 Marks of Triumphs as a level 30, that's how much you have on you, it's going to be 30 Marks of Victory. Alright, it's a 1 to 1. And then it's going to increase throughout your whatever CR you are. So every 25 Marks of Triumph is going to be 1 Mark of Victory if you're between 53 and 69 CR. And going forward, 100 plus, every 1565 Marks of Triumph is going to be 1 mark of victory. Now, during this conversion, if you have 100 marks of fury, you'll automatically get 100 marks of victory. But if you have 1,500 whatever triumph, 15,000 marks of triumphs, if you hit that cap of 100 marks of victory, those triumphs are gone. They are just gone. So tonight, as you're watching this stream, you need to spend your marks of victory, your marks of triumphs. If you have 100 marks of fury just sitting on you, keep them. Don't spend them. Just keep them like they are. All right? Just tuck them in. Don't spend anything. All right? Keep them. Save them. But if you don't have 100 marks of victory or 100 marks of fury, but you still have triumphs, start doing some math. Start doing some math right now. Tonight's your last night. Sterling, all triumph is going bye-bye. Every single one, every single triumph. There's no saving them. No saving them at all, buddy. They will all be deleted. So, if you have marks of triumph and you're maxed at marks of fury, you're set. You have your 100 marks of victory going into game update 47. But those triumphs, go buy some catalysts, guys. Go buy some high-end catalysts, because those things are going to be selling on the broker. Well, everybody's going to be doing it, so you might be seeing some low numbers, but you'll keep them tucked in. So you need to spend those marks of triumphs, because if you're capped at marks of fury, those triumphs are going to be worthless. They're just going to be destroyed. They're going to be gone. No nothing. Even here, the currency conversion in general is no longer necessary, so vendors no longer offer currency conversion kits. Unwanted currencies may still be turned in for tokens of merit, and some token of merit dominations may now also be donated to for prestige. So yeah, so all that's going to be gone. Earth is changing. There's a little bit of an update that we'll go into in just a little bit. And speaking of, here's the pricing. The pricing symbols. You know those symbols of whatever? Those symbols are going bye-bye. All right? The symbols of light, the symbol of Amazon, whatever they were, they're going bye-bye. No more symbols. They're all gone. Items that were marks of fury will be marks of victory. Items that were marks of triumph will be scaled down to a base price and now cost marks of victory. You already saw them earlier. They're going to be the standard pricing that you see in Tier 6 content right now. Chest and legs, 60 marks of victory. The head's going to be 55, shoulder's going to be 50, and so on and so on. Even weapons, 70 marks of victory. Right there. All towards it. And now here's the pricing for the recipes. All right. So recipes now cost 25 marks of victory across the board instead of costing some number of marks of triumph that were scaled by a factor. All right. So all the recipes on the vendors are going to be 25 marks of victory. Done and done. Next. Actually, I can actually go to a vendor. Why don't I just go to a vendor? Sure thing. I will. He's over this way. Right? Yes. So, Dr. Coiler? Alright, not those. Those are still cash. There it is, right there. 25 marks of victory. All across the board. All of them. Alright. So, now let's scroll down. And take a look at the mainframe. This is where some people have gotten a little confused about and a little worrisome. So, I will go into this right now. And as soon as I just run out of Mountain Dew. I hope you guys heard that, because my throat's going bye-bye now. Let's see. Any questions? Any questions? Mentors are basically useless. Yeah, they... unless they need to re-endure it a little bit. Nature Dex, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. I got 50,000 marks of triumph. Well, I will get mark of victory. All right. Disaster. What is your combat rating on that character? What's your... Thank you, Start the Crane. What is your CR on your character that has 50 marks of triumphs? We will. I'll even bring out the calculator. Popping out the calci. Is it on screen? Okay, it's on screen. Okay. We'll scroll back up. We'll do some math. We're going to do some math for folks. You're 114. Okay. So your 50K is going to be... I'm going to divide that by 1565. Alright? So, because it's every 1565 is going to be 1 mark of victory. You're looking at about 32 marks of victory for your 50K. So if you have, say, 50 marks of fury, you'll have 50 marks of fury, 50 marks of victory going to game update 47, and then your triumphs will be converted to victory, and you're going to be having 82 added to your 32. So it's going to be 50 from the fury, and then 32 from the triumph, equaling out to 82 marks of victory. Do you get it? That's the math. Before I move on, I want to make sure Disaster understands. Hopefully I worded that correctly so everyone actually understood it and I wasn't blabbering too much. I mean, that's a good question, though. I mean, 50K March of Triumph, you worked on that. But if you already have... Okay, you got it. Good. Moby D. So my CR, my tune is 104. Returning player. Okay. I'm doing the new the tier 6 solo, and the enemy are 115. Yes. Let me look. Tier 6 solo. I'm guessing Spark of Parallax, I'm guessing? Okay. Will my CR go up and match theirs? No. 104? Well, you can't be going into that one. That's a 105. I think that actually got changed, too. That's going to get changed, yeah. You have to have, like, a 105 to get into Spark of Parallax. Oh, sorry. Let me actually close this now. And I know, I'm sorry this is in the way, but yeah, the minimum CR to get into Spark of Parallax is 105. I think that might be changing to this. I'm not sure. But, yeah, the mobs in Spark of Parallax are actually 113 to 115, I believe. They're like that 113 range. Because I know the first trash mob I went in was 113. But no, your 104 is going to be doing less damage to those mobs, and you're going to be getting more damage done to you because your CR is lower than theirs. And once you're there, yeah, it's going by your equipped. Your 104 is what they're basing this off of. So as far as I can, this is how Exosketch it. To get into combat, to get into content, your overall CR, that 106 that you got there, Moby, the 106 will determine you going into content. So your 106, you can go into Spark of Parallax. Your 104 is going to determine the damage being done to those opponents. Alright, so your 104 CR is, you're going to be doing less damage, and you're going to be taking more damage. And depending on how much damage you take, that depends on your stats. So you're going to be fighting pretty freaking hard, I tell you that. I was there too. And I was there too. It was a tough little instance at 104. But the overall gets you into the content. The equipped CR determines the difficulty. You get it? Hello, Flame Ghost. How's it going, buddy? So yeah, your CR will not go up to match theirs. Your CR is still going to be 104, and you're going to be bring sodas and supply drops, basically. Okay, so we're looking at the mainframe now. So much has changed. Game Update 47 is a very big update, and it's going to take a long downtime. Okay. So this is the mainframe now, okay? Let me start this off with this. The mainframe. If you bought your upgrades and your boosts today, they'll carry over when Game Update 47 hits. They'll carry over. Okay? They're not going to wipe the mainframes. That would just be stupid and a bad move on their part. So they're not wiping them. It'll change to this. Okay? So if you have those Marks of Triumph, you know, do those. What? Mirror. Go there. Yes, mirror. Buy. Spend them all. Spend them all right there. Unlock all of it if you want to. It's not going to matter. Just unlock all of it. Just go ahead and unlock it. Just spend those Marks of Triumph. You got to spend them all. Gotta spend them all, Pokemon. So yes, the upgrades are down to the same 2 tiers that we have, and then the boost shrunk to 1. Because, I mean, continuing on with progression, they're going to have to keep adding more boosts, and it was just going to get a nightmare. So even your generator, there's only 3 generator cells now. That's it. So your mainframe. So let's look at this first. The sidekicks, your tier 1. Tier 1 sidekick is going to be Marks of Victory. 5 Marks of Victory, I'm sorry. 5 marks. Tier 2, or rank 2 really, rank 2 is going to be 20 marks. And then your boost is going to be 7. Okay? The backup, 10 Marks of Victory. Rank 2, 25. Boost, 7. Orbital Strike, 25. Rank 2, 25. Orbital Strike, Supply Drop, and Tactical Mods, Rank 1 and Rank 2 are going to cost 25 Marks of Victory each. So I mean, you're looking at 50, 50, 150. Already there. And then of course the boosts. Each boost is actually 7 Marks of Victory. 7. That's it. 7 Marks of Victory. So use your triumphs that you have. Burst through content tonight, get all that triumph accumulated, and unlock this stuff. Unlock this with your triumphs. And why am I not doing that now? I'm into the stream. I gotta go do this. I need to do this now. So unlock all of the upgrades. Okay? And if you have leftover stuff, do your boosts. Now, when the boosts when you transfer over to Game Update 47, your boosts will all shrink down to the 1. They won't wipe. They'll just shrink down to the 1. If you already bought them, like if you bought them tonight, and you have 30 days with those boosts, you have a 30-day with that boost. When that 30 days expires, and you come to refresh your boost, you will have to spend the 7 Marks of Victory, and then you'll get the expiration date of 60 days. Okay, so all the boosts here, they expire in 60 days now instead of the 30. That's 35 Marks of Victory every 60 days. Every 60 days. You're welcome. And with your utility belt, I believe, let me see if I can, nope. I think the utility belt is actually still every 30 days. I think it's still down to 30 days, and I think these are actually 5, if I remember correctly. Let me find out. Utility belts, the 3rd and 4th slot on utility belts now require 5 Marks of Victory to unlock, and those last for 30 days, I believe. So those are 30 days. So that's the mainframe. Let's see if we have any questions. They're doing nothing for PvP, Celine. The new combat responsiveness, where with the combat windows or the counter windows, the combat responsiveness is PvE and PvP. It's just all across the game, and it is definitely a lot more fluid, and the PvP players that were on test, like Brittany, they love the new combat responsiveness, and they can't wait for it to come onto live. I think PvP might get a nice new jump with this new combat. The boosts are percentage based, if not mistaken. That is correct. Yeah, the boosts are now percentage based. Let me take a... I can't really... I got a supply drop, but I'm not sure what like percentages that they are. What's this one? Yeah, it doesn't really go into specifics on what it does, but it does a percentage base. Actually, it's right here. Duh, I'm looking at it. Let's see. Right here. Orbital Strike. Orbital Strike now inflicts damage based on the rank and maximum health of a target when boosted. For the supply drop, instead of a flat amount, the boosted supply drop now restores 45 to 55% health and power, and then ticks for an additional 3 to 5% health and power for 8 seconds. And I'm guessing that's like a tick every second. So for 8 seconds, that'd be nice. Your henchman, backup, and sidekick accomplice, when boosted, have all attributes, powers, and abilities formerly granted them with Boost 3. So they all have those all cool stuff from Boost 3. It's all part of the boost now. The boosted tactical mods now provide access to all mods formerly available. So now your Boost 3, this boost here for the tactical mods unlocks all the mods. All of them. I mean, your first one will unlock your weapon, then you'll have your neck, and then your boost will unlock the rest. Tactical mods, fortify blocking. I don't know why that's there. They also improved blocking as well. They improved it a bit. It's not really new combat. It's just improved. They greatly improved it. It on a PvE side, you feel the difference. Meaning, are the late block breaks fixed? Yes, Celine. That is exactly what that means. That is fixed. Meaning that when you're doing, ranged attacks, and you got that little crosshair icon, and you automatically block, it's not going to overlay anymore. As soon as you hit that block button, it switches yourself straight to it. Let's see if I can actually do it for you. Okay, it overlapped a little bit, but the shield will actually override it on the game client side. But it does, that is fixed. That is fixed. Alright, and then of course, there's some stats over here that you can read pertaining to this. Okay. Let's look at the rewards, because the rewards had changed as well. The marks of victory can only be earned from instances, missions, and content with the appropriate challenge level relevant to you. I'm going to scroll down. Maybe they actually explain it, because I'm not sure. Marks of victory are not awarded for completing instances, missions, and... Oh, yeah, this is a... Oh, crap. I don't think that they put that in... Shoot. I need him to put that... Okay, yeah. Let me write that down. Basically, what I'm referring to is the marks of victory, where... Ooh. Open this up. Actually, queuing. Alright. Oh, they did it for everything now. Sweet! They updated everything. So. Ugh. You saw it. Sorry. Don't worry. The combat's good. It's good. I don't PvP, so it's okay, Celine. You crush it, girl. You crush it. Alright. I want to make sure I explain this as best as possible. And I'm going to request MEPS to put that chart in here as well. There's now this CR band. There's this CR band that if you are higher, if your CR is higher than basically than the lower content, you will not get marks, but you'll still get your gear, you'll still get the feats and all that stuff. Okay? I'm sorry, Celine. It's a girl's name, man. I can't masculate Celine. Wait, hold on. Maybe try. Silent. No? I still feel... I still sounds feminine. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So as a 114... I have 114 CR. That's my overall CR. It's when you're queuing into things, you're looking at your overall. When you're looking at damaging and fighting NPCs, you're looking at your equipped, which is showing on your thing up there. I have not played Dragon Age. It's not my game. I can't really get into it. So I'm so happy they updated everything. I don't know why I'm still having this. Oh yeah, I need to write this down. Add CR band list. I know what that means. So as you see here, right here, your CR 30 through 42, they'll get marks of victory and loot items. But if you're over 42, you're only going to get loot items. You will not get any marks. So as a 114, I'll get on solos. As a 114, I will still get marks of victory from Cersei's Trial, from Ages of Truth, and of course marks of Parallax. Let's look at raids. Did they update the raids? They updated the raids! This is cool. So, let's look at Assault and Battery. Nope, I'm over 99. Artifacts of the Past, I will. Well, Happiness Home, no duh. Paradox and Nexus, nope. Necropolis. So Halls of Power Part 1. I'm sorry, yeah. Halls of Power Part 1. And then Halls of Power Part... No, I'm sorry, it's Amazon, sorry. Amazon Fury Part 2. That's no duh. Of course, the Elite if I could ever get to it. And then, yes, Happiness Home will also have an Elite. That's the Elite in here. Oh. Yeah, okay, it's down here. I'll keep everything down here since that box is up there. Without a Vengeance? Nope, that's not happening. Assault and Battery? Nope. Artifacts of the Past, Love and War, and of course, New Genesis Now. And New Genesis Now is like the tougher one, so that's going to be pretty high up. What CR is this one? 135, yeah. Yeah, because, so. Oh, by the way, this is the easier one. Duck, Avali 723, thank you so much for the follow. So New Genesis Now is going to be like the first raid you should do, the operation. And Happiness Home will be the next, because that's supposed to be the hardest. Because you could see the suggested CR. But either way, it's still fun. It's still fun stuff, I'm guessing. Welcome to the funsies. So there you go. If you look at your CR, and if your CR is, I'm at 114, so I can still do Artifacts of the Past, and that means that I can still keep getting marks. But once I go over 116, once I get to 117, I will no longer be able to get marks from Artifacts of the Past. I will only be getting loot. So the CR bands are in here, and the CR band is dedicated by your overall CR. By this guy, the 114. Now you're equipped. This guy. This will determine what instances you can queue into, what you can go into, and get marks. Alright. Now, is there any questions on the rewards? And I'll continue. You guys can keep typing. I'll continue. I just want to go over that CR band. So, the Vault now rewards marks of victory. Prometheum lockboxes do as well. Part 1, Amazon Fury Part 1, Halls of Power Part 1, and War of the Light Part 2 content no longer has a chance of awarding only an extra mark of Fury. In those cases, you will always receive the gear drop. So, and weekly and monthly award boxes no longer award bonus marks. They'll still drop, but you won't receive bonus marks. Content that formerly awarded marks of Fury will now award the same number of marks of victory. Symbols are gone. Marks of victory are now awarded in place of triumphs. Any incomplete missions that used to award marks of triumph or fury will now reward marks of victory instead. So, I believe the side missions available from content under 30 can no longer be unlocked and replayed. So there you go. I guess once you complete a side mission, you're done. That does kill the replayability of old content, but at the same time, who really did that stuff? As a high-level player, who really did that stuff to go back and get those Marks of Triumph? And since Marks of Triumph isn't there anymore, and, well, that's basically a too easy way to get Marks of Victory, they cut that out of the loop. So, you can't do that stuff anymore. Yes, there will be new feats. Yes, new feats are coming for Halls of Power Part 2, I believe is what this... Yes, Halls of Power Part 2, yes, new feats. Have I heard of Marks of Victory before? If you are an old player, Marks of Victory is actually the name of the very first PvP tokens. Those are the first PvP marks that we had were called Marks of Victory. So the name's coming back. Who do you think will win in the Hornet versus So Super fight? I don't know what Hornet and So Super is. I don't know what that is. Oh, SP. Hornet versus SP. Who's Hornet? I don't know these people. Galatea, shish! Stop talking about my gear. I don't want to fix my gear, so ha ha ha. Alright, so let me look at the rest of this stuff. Okay, so let's see. Oh, ignore list. Players on the ignore list will no longer be grouped with you when matchmaking through the on-duty menu. That's a donezo. The weaponization rating now scales with combat rating after level 30. The block now triples your defense and toughness rather than decreasing them at a flat amount, allowing you to scale with you. Let's see. Players no longer see gray loot for a group member. That's weird. Few mainframe icons have been updated. Lair of the Spectre. Efforts to rejoin the Spectre from his humanity have led to the vengeful spirits being slightly less vengeful. Alright. No longer detect and attack players from extreme range. Thank you. The Love and War. The V-Lanterns should no longer be treated as minions for power targeting. Alright. So, I'm not going to switch to my Earth tune or my Sorcery tune because that's... I don't even know. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not good at it. Let me just say I'm just not good. But Earth and Sorcery, they got some pet adjustments. With Earth, they corrected an issue with Crystal's epicenter attack that caused it to inflict less damage than her striking stones, and her base damage has been increased. Brick fixed an issue with Earth tanks not getting the full 50% absorption bonus when having Brick out. They added 25% absorption when you start summoning Brick, which lasts for 3 seconds. Now this will increase your absorption to 50 until Brick is fully summoned. Then it will go away and you will get the bonuses from transferring damage to Brick, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you fail to summon Brick from me, like being controlled, or like you knocked down or something, you will still get the bonus for 3 seconds, so you still have time to resummon him. Actually, I see a question here. Killa Clyde, did they fix it so your HUD doesn't disappear? Killa, that's like a case by case. I don't know if they figured out, because I know that bug. I've had that bug on PlayStation before, and I'm not sure if they've found the cause of that. So I guess when it happens to you, you need to be as detailed as possible on like what you were doing and where you were, and report it to the issue tracker. That's basically all I'm really gathering from it. That's all I really know. And then some brick changes. That's all other stuff. Now for Crystal, in damage roll, and while Crystal is active, Fortified Golem increases your power regeneration for each of the next 2 powers activated from the Geokinesis tree before the cooldown of Fortified Golem expires. Earth tanks, or I'm sorry, Earth DPS, you have a power back mechanic. Congratulations. Crystal does increase damage when you, not her, are within 12 meters of your target. So the closer you are to your target, the more damage Crystal will do. Crystal causes additional damage for 12 seconds after using Fortified Golem, or when attacking enemies afflicted with daze or crushed state. Excuse me. The fire tank buff, they hid the two tooltips in the current effects menu that were displaying the incorrect information. All right. Basically, there was some math on the game side, on the developer side, how they calculate stuff. That was showing in the tooltip when it wasn't supposed to. So it looked like that we had an error going with fire tank stuff. It looked like an error, but in fact it wasn't. It's just on how the game is coded on their end, and that information was being displayed when it shouldn't have been because it was incorrect. Because it was telling you incorrect information. So when you look at your stats and everything as a fire tank, that's all correct. So nothing wrong is there. Ooh, yeah, I need to actually turn my PS4 on. I need to keep it on tomorrow so it can update as well. If I put my PS4 in like the rest mode, will it still update? If you can answer for that, Migueltea, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Because I really want to know. And then they corrected the damage scaler on Mass Terror and Mass Levitation, so that mental actually got a little bit of a buff. For Sorcery, corrected an issue with Fury's Transmutation attack that caused it to inflict less damage than Soul Barrage. Boons of Soul no longer wipes Red Soul Aura. And then for Fury changes, thank you, Moby. Thank you. I'm going to have my PS4 updated. Yay! Let's see. For Fury changes, the base damage has been increased for Fury. A damage roll while Fury is activated. Offering increases your power regeneration for each of the next 2 powers activated from the summoning tree before the cooldown of Offering expires. This effect is also triggered by Weapon of Destiny and Circle of Destruction. That's right. Power back for Sorcery as well. Congratulations. Then Fury does increase damage when you, not it, are within 12 meters of your target. So the closer you are to the target, the more damage you're doing. That stuff, I know Sorcery is a ranged ability. It's a ranged power. It's keeping in line with the other advanced mechanics where you'll do more damage the closer you are to the target. Everyone else has it. Everyone's going to have it. Everyone's going to have it. Just all across the board. And then when Fury applies Red Soul Aura to you after defeating an enemy, the effect now lasts for 5 minutes instead of 1. Whew, that's long. And then Fury's attacks now begin splitting damage after 2 targets as intended. So there you go. And big thing right here, coming soon for this summer. Windows 10 support fixed a bug that was causing the game to crash during the startup screens when ran on Windows 10. Ran Windows 10. Hold on. You gotta correct Meps on his grammar. You just gotta. Windows 10 when ran on 10. Okay. So there you go. That is Game Update 47. So if you guys have any last questions or anything, please throw them in chat. I'm here to answer as much as possible. And hopefully my voice does not go out, because I'm definitely going downstairs and just destroying a whole bottle of orange juice. Because I love orange juice. Love it. So our Earth Tank's getting a buff. Sorry if I'm late. Spec Shot. Yes. The Earth Tanks here, they fixed an issue where you'll be getting where you were not getting the full 50% absorption bonus. Then you're going to get you're going to get 25 to 50% absorption while you're summoning Brick. And then, like Envelop now grants power regen on Brick as well as everything else it already did. That's on the pet. And then Envelop Encasement can no longer be destroyed early. And then Brick will now heal to full health when using Envelop. Oh, I am a vampire with the orange juice. I need to have more. I just need like an IV. Just give me the IV of it. Just all of it. What does Space Ranger actually do? What the hell is a Space Ranger? I don't know what that is. Yes, Pockets, that is correct. Every power, every advanced mechanic in the game now will have a power back mechanic. Earth, DPS, and Sorcery were the two that was not getting it, but now it's done. GOTS. What's GOTS? I was watching GOTS. I'm trying to think of what that is. It's not Game of Thrones. Is it Game of Thrones? Because Game of Thrones doesn't go with S. It's just GOT. Earth Tank is getting a buff. Yep. Earth Tank is getting a fix, and then Brick is getting a buff. What? I didn't know if you... Why are you making Toy Story references, Galatea? That's so weird. GOT, thank you. Well, you put GOTS, and S is like, what's S stand for? Game of Thrones. The series? Then you have to put like another T. Or Game of Thrones. Seasonal. I don't know. But any of you last questions for Game Update 47? Game Update 47 is coming out tomorrow morning, so have your PCs on, your game clients ready to go, your PS4 is on rest mode, which I'm doing tonight. Game of Thrones shit. I can go with that. Spec, it's right there on screen. It's right up there. Mr. 3195, are the updated loot changes coming? Yes. As far as I read it, yes. And I think it's only in content of Amazon Fury Part 1, Halls of Power Part 1, and... Well, I think they're coming. I'm not 100% really. I'll actually ask. Nope. Let me ask. Galatea, I'm going to pinch you. I am going to pinch you. I am not repairing my gear. No. Not repairing it. Captain Drizzle, is fire getting its damages fixed? No. Only the fire tank buff is in the changes here. The fire advanced mechanic and damages, nothing's being touched in this update. Nothing for it. I think that they might be looking into it, but as far as the developers are concerned, it's the advanced mechanic and damage for fire is up to par with everybody else, with all the other powers. So, I don't know what to tell you. Going over again. Pockets, I'm going to pinch you. I swear. I'm going to pinch you as well. Sorcery. Okay, so who feels that Sorcery and Earth are going to be the new flavor of the months? Who feels that? Because I feel it's going to get really crazy. Because that DPS is rough. That damage is really sickening from what I've been seeing from testers. Bumbling Bee has been very impressed with Sorcery, so if he likes it, I like it. Oh, Sterling, ew. That's disgusting. How did you even turn it on when you can't close the door all the way? Oh, no, that's disgusting. Gross. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Ha ha! Yeah, I'm sticking with my good old Rage DPS right here. Pachoo, pachoo. My DPS gear is at 100, though. Really proud of it, though. Really proud of it. But alright. That's it for me for tonight, then. I gotta get this video up, edited and ready to go so I can get it released tomorrow. So, thank you all so much for watching, and welcome to the stream. Actually, let me thank the followers, the new followers. Open up my emails, because that's how I'm going to have to see it. Celine, you say Celestial does not have it? I will write that down. Celestial AM, not higher damage, closer. Alright. Alright, I got it written down. Big shout out, thank you for the follow to Duck Aveli 723, Natured X, Barley OP Junior 1, King SMG, Trick Shot DCUO. I'm sorry, hold on. Trick Shot DCUO. He has an extra I, so you gotta put that E in there. It doesn't say in the description. Okay. I will. I'm not even sure if it really says the description in any of them, but I will. Yes, my trusty dev pin. That's actually from SOE, but you know SOE's not around anymore. The video will be on YouTube. What are you unfollowing for, Pockets? Don't unfollow. You stay right where you are, sir. And you calm it down. Alright, I will get those reported to MEPS tonight, so he'll see it in the morning while he's going through all sorts of crap. I'll report it, Celine, and make sure if it's working properly as intended. It's not a dev pin, it's... Honestly, though, it's actually a pin that has like a little game to it. Has these two silver balls, and you gotta get it through the maze. Let me actually make sure you can see it. See if you guys can see it, because yeah, see those little balls there? You gotta move it through. Yeah, it's a little game. Super Patriot versus Mighty Hornet. Mayweather versus Manny. Honestly, gotta tell you, like, two Magikarp versus Magikarp is still better than the Mayweather Manny fight. Two Magikarp going head to head are more entertaining than that boxing match. Just saying. Just saying. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try and stream some DCUO as Game Update 47 will be live on the servers. And again, please bear with them if there's any lag, if there's any issues. It's a big update, long downtime tomorrow, and just a lot of stuff coming in it. Just a lot of stuff. So there might be some issues and bugs. All I can really say is just go report them onto the forums and be as nice as possible. And I'm telling you guys this because, you know, you guys watch this. And I expect that if you guys watch this, that means that you're the nice part of the community. And not people who just type in random crap. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And I hope you guys enjoy Game Update 47 when it hits the servers. Get your PS4s and your clients ready. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitch at ThisIsTrex or on Facebook. Facebook.com/Trexlight. And I'll be retweeting and reporting what DCUO is doing to make sure, like, where they are, what servers are open and stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a safe night.